Hayden.
I'm Kala.
I'm Melissa.
Our mission at Kanako Kekai is to prevent any further marine pollution. The keiki of our generation and the keiki of the future generations need to realize the damage man has on the ocean and understand that when we damage the ocean, we are also hurting ourselves.
There's no way for one group to fix all of these problems with the ocean. As Hawaiians, our group wants to focus on the relationship between Kanaka and Kai. We want to show the people of Hawaii their impact on the ocean and how it will affect the future sustainability of the state.
The Kanaka Oke Kai want to ask the Commission of Moku Keawe to help spread awareness and our cause within the community. All of these efforts will help us reach our goal of connecting people back with the ocean and helping all of Hawaii to be mindful of their impact on the ocean and on the future generations.
Our kupuna were quite sustainable. They understood sustainability and were great at conservation. In fact, the Hawaiians especially understood this about the ocean. According to stories, the Hawaiians protected fish a lot, at least enough to never run out of fish to eat. Never running out of fish meant sustainability, and this is all the Hawaiians knew until they were influenced by outside world, specifically Western influences.
Some stories describe the Westerners to have stopped sustainable practices of the Hawaiians. Westerners planted sugarcane and did not conserve water or the land. As Hawaiians got further influenced by Western thinking, the traditional Hawaiian thinking got lost. From that point on, Hawaii started on the path of pollution and certain death for the distant keiki.
Connecting to the ocean has always been important. It's a part of the creation of life and connects us to our roots. The god Kane created all living things. Kanaka and Kai were created together almost like siblings. Just like siblings, we must take care of each other. The ocean may not need us, but we can give back to it.
Luckily, someone in the not-so-distant future saw this. He is a Hawaiian from Molokai and his name is George Helm. In 1976, George Helm and 9 others founded the Protect Koho'olawe Ohana. A group of Hawaiian activists formed to stop the military bombings on Koho'olawe. He understood the importance of caring for the land and Hawaiian cultural values. As Hawaiians, we were born with this responsibility to take care of the environment and our culture.
Our kupuna had the awai. The river would flow into the ocean with the nutrients from Kanakas, plants, and soil, fueling marine life. Today, we don't live in a village with an awai, but we can still connect ourselves to the ocean. This can be done by simply looking around you and realizing what you can do to help. If you really want to connect with both your kupuna and the ocean, you can visit the lo'i, where you can dig your hands in the same dirt as your ancestors that will also end up in the ocean.
A great place to start a project is Honoli'i. Plenty of keiki go there and many lessons can be learned. Posters can be made and placed around Honoli'i. The kids learn and find their connections with the ocean. With support, we can begin our beach cleanups and expand our locations and mission.
An advantage for Kanako Kekai is that we are students at Kamehameha schools. We can obtain the support of our teachers in school, but this also works against us. We are only kids and we can only go so far.
We don't have jobs, which means we don't have enough money to accomplish certain goals. Also, schoolwork will keep us schoolwork keeps us busy. So for now, we can stay as a smaller group. This can be like one phase. We will make our group known and make a few posters and flyers. Keep it simple. And if we need money for anything, we can do fundraisers or stay under the school.
To wrap up, the mission of Kanaka Oke Kai is to protect and malama marine life, to show the interdependent relationship between Kanaka and Kai, while understanding that what we do on the land affects what happens in the ocean. The ocean is a big part of our ancestry and culture. The Hawaiians have a deep connection with the ocean, and without it, we may perish. Hawaiians need to realize this before it's too late.
Mahalo for listening to our presentation, and we hope that we can make a difference.
Very good, you guys. Okay. So as the rest of your classmates finish their 3-2-1 feedback for you guys, I'm going to be asking you guys questions pretending to be the Council of Moku Okeawe, just to practice. Okay. So anyway, how long are you planning on running your program for? Okay.
We said that this would be like our phase 1, so we don't have anything really for the future we're thinking about, because I don't know.
Like long term, what are you looking at? You're starting at Honolulu, and then long term, what would you see as, I don't know, a sustainable answer to this Grassroots Partnership project? Like, how can your efforts continue? No, you're gonna move on to that from that. Okay. So this, what I'm doing to you guys is I'm asking you guys to really think on the fly, right? I mean, these are things that you guys should have been talking about anyway, right? How long? How are we gonna keep like fresh new life from, you know, continuing this process or this purpose of your Grassroots project, right? Okay. Can you guys talk more about the need in your community? Why is this a big need in your community to take care of the ocean?
Well, I know we talked a lot about connection to the ocean culturally, like how our kupuna were really connected with the ocean because they lived off of it. Also, sustainability, that our kupuna knew that we had to be sustainable with the ocean, also for our own future. So I think teaching the keiki about the importance of marine life in the ocean will help them connect back with their culture in the ocean, and also help the Hawaiians to be sustainable into the future.
Right. The idea of passing on the knowledge, right? And also the task of Malama Aina. Okay. Alicia, could you please talk a little bit about your own personal connections to the ocean?
So I was kind of raised off of like camping and having fun and like interacting with the land, I guess. So it's kind of hard to watch like people like litter and disrespect it, as I grew up on it and was able to what's it called? Connect with it and really like enjoy it before it got destroyed.
Okay, thank you for sharing. And then just my final question is for Kalahikiola. When you go to the ocean, what are some of the things you do that demonstrates your love for the land and the ocean?
Um, When I go to the ocean, um, could you repeat that one more time, please?
What do you do when you go, to the shoreline or, to the ocean to enjoy, your time there? To demonstrate that you really care for the land and the ocean?
Well, one thing I know is that like with fishing and stuff, like it's kind of like a known rule that like you don't shoot or you don't catch or take the baby fish. So it's
Okay.
kind of like this having that mindset of like thinking of the future when you are fishing or um yeah, take like with marine life, what can you do to um yeah, like make sure that the activities you do at the ocean will still be there in the future generations.
Okay, thank you. Right, so I mean, really drive home that point of, we gotta leave this place better than how we found it. Okay, couple things I really would like to hear more statistics. Yeah, there's plenty statistics out there that deal with pollution in the water. There's laws that have been passed, right? If a company is found dumping pollutants into the water, they will be fined severely, right? So those are the kinds of things I would have liked to hear a little bit more of, right? Because you would have, government support or DLNR support. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's move on to the next group. Okay, so let's have you guys now get on your 3, 2, 1 and get ready to hear the next presentation. Okay, so whoever is sharing their screens right now, go ahead.
Our project is called Ho'omalu Kapaka Alpuni, which means to protect the national parks.
Our Aina has given salvation to our ancestors for generations, and we cherished it for years. But today, people use them as tourist attractions for some capital gain and are littered with garbage. To protect our national parks from trash and educate people on why they should not leave their trash on the ground at the park, national park, national parks are being used as tourist attractions. Not enough trash cans. 100 million pounds of trash left by visitors every year. It was said in an article written by Carla Herrera Russell. Some solutions to counter this are to add more trash cans around the park, make more signs to educate people about park's history so people are deterred to litter, and make more pins with class and community. But because of the abundance of trash cans we will buy, it might be pricey, so we can fundraise to buy bins for the park, get the materials for the bins, and get approved from the government park.
Our motivation is
Oh,
to
Molly. Oh,
my bad. Our motivation is to protect the parks and protect our aina, and 17% of the trash at the national parks are plastic, and 40% of the trash is organic waste. And we will focus at Volcano National Park, and we will try to do it on a weekend. And after that, we will try to get the okay from the government to put the bins around the park.
okay. Well, in conclusion, we're gonna add more trash cans around the park so that we can help control it. And we need the land, but the land does not need us. And we hope that by doing this, we can educate more people about the land and protect the national parks.
Okay, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Usually when you guys finish, then you say, thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening.
Okay. Okay, so I heard a little bit more statistics and facts, which is great. What I would like to hear more would be specifically about the Volcanoes National Park. Like, do you guys know how many people actually attend the Volcanoes National Park per year?
About 2 million.
About 2 million? Really? That's a lot of people. Okay, and then specifically about the Volcanoes National Park, other than providing more trash cans, what other innovative solutions did you guys come up with to help the national park with their trash problem?
We also wanted to make like signs to educate the people, so like they kind of know the history of the park, so like would not want to litter because they know like the history and why it's so sacred.
Okay, very good. And then Kahele Alani, can you talk about the importance of the Volcanoes National Park to the local people and the community?
Because the national parks have has a lot of like culture behind it, and that stuff is really important to like the Hawaiian people, or like even just people who have been raised here. And so it kind of hurts to see it just being used as like a tourist attraction.
Right, right. Did I miss the connection to Akua? Did you guys add that into your presentation?
Yeah, we talked about the god Haloa. I think that's how you pronounce the name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of just like the god of like land, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, there's some kind of dogs loose in my neighborhood, and all the dogs are going crazy. All right. So let's go ahead and get to our grassroots feedback. So I'd like for you guys to focus on the individual reflections.
Wait, is that our own reflection? Like,
Yeah.
self? Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, my dogs are barking. It says what went well. So for you individually, what went well? You know, many of you guys had to step up, okay? Or you guys use your strengths and your talents to contribute to the good of the whole, right? To the collective efforts of your group. So talk about what went well. Were you able to keep up with the assignments, right? Did you guys divide and conquer and complete your assignments and follow it through? Okay, and then the second question for the individual reflection is what could be improved? So we all have something that we could work on, right? Whether that was like becoming better at presenting, maybe practicing a little bit more, maybe adding in some facts. Okay, what could you have done on an individual level that could have made your presentation even stronger? And the third question, okay, and this one is really important because you're going to tell me on an individual level what was helpful from the project. So like the planning document, right? Was it helpful that you guys were arranged according to location? Was the template for the presentations helpful? This is going to help me to improve on setting you guys up into groups and for other projects. Was it helpful that you were even able to work in a group, or would you have done this project on your own? Okay, and then the second part to question number 3 is, what other supports did you need in order to be successful? Okay, so is there something that was missing? Right, so we adjusted and we added in another week of this, right? Which meant we had to overlap the introduction to Antigone. So what were some other supports? Did you need more time? Was it fine? Let me know, okay? Show me with your fingers, how many more minutes do you guys need? 1 or 2? Okay. All right. So just like how I expect you guys to be the very best student for me and for yourselves, I expect to be the very best teacher for you guys. So the feedback for me is super critical. Okay, whatever you guys give me for feedback as far as with the project and how it was, you know, unraveled for you guys, you know, let me know what improvements could have been made. Like, would you have liked to have continued the research? Did you need more time to research? Let me know. Okay, let's go ahead and submit what you have here. Thank you guys for your feedback. I really appreciate it. Kaheleaulani, are you almost done?
Yeah, I have to get another question.
Okay. All right. As we move on, okay, we are going to grab our planners. So Kaheleaulani, you can follow along as you figure out another question. Okay, so go ahead and grab your planners. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Alicia, have you named your planner? Does your planner have a name?
What about Bertrude?
Bertrude is a great name. I would like to name my planner Rhonda because you
Oh
know
my
that song,
gosh.
Help Me Rhonda, help me Rhonda.
No idea.
What? Nobody's heard Help Me Rhonda. It's by the Beach Boys. Look it up.
Anyway,
I'm going to sing it.
my God, no. No.
Help me Rhonda, help me Rhonda. Help me. You guys got Help Me Rhonda. Yeah. Get her out of my heart. You guys have never, yeah, thank you. Oh, mahalo. Yeah, I know. I should quit teaching and move on to the voice.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
My
Name your
cousin
plan. Oh my gosh, Josh is laughing. Lovely. Josh is smiling. I love it.
He's getting me a stuffed fox, and I named it Felix.
Felix the Fox. Like a
Better than
real stuffed
Bertrude.
fox? I mean,
No. Not the stuffed animal, like, you know,
Oh.
the plushie.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and I want you guys to find the Antigone reading schedule. All right, and we're going to be plugging in what's due. So this week, today is February 1st, right? February 1st. I need you to write down, read up to lines 330. Go ahead and write that down. Hayden, write it down. 330. 330. Okay. And then you also have a gimme assignment, and I'll go over that in just a bit. If you're not, there's I think 2 of you that are not at home right now, and so you're gonna have to make adjustments on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn your planners. Where's your planner? Let me see them. Josh, where's your planner? Noak, I know, Josh. Come on. Kalahikiola, where is your planner? Hayden, write it down someplace. Write it down. Oh, there. Okay, so Rhonda is going to help me. I'm not going to sing anymore. Don't worry. Okay, so on February 8th, go ahead and turn to February 8th. Thank you very much. February 8th. February 8th, write down, read up to line 770. 770. Okay, and then turn the page to the next week. That is President's Weekend, so you don't have school on the 15th, but you definitely have school on the 16th. And so that week you need to read all the way up to the end. Okay, no big deal. So we've paced it out for 3 weeks, no big deal. You guys can handle this. Why? Because plays are written according to lines. And so if you had to read 330 pages, that would be impossible, right? And so it's going to be very manageable. Okay. And so there's that. Okay. And then don't forget to write down IXL. Some of you guys are still struggling with IXL. You guys are driving me nuts. Okay. Thank you very much. IXL cohort B. Okay. So when our cohort B is happening tomorrow, you should be doing IXL. Better yet, you can do it tonight. And so you won't have to do it during cohort B, right? Kala hikiola. Yes. Yeah, good job. Okay. All right, we're good. I think we're good. We're good. Okay. I think we're ready for some Kahoots. Okay, so go ahead and get on to Kahoot and then we'll get going here. Top 3 gets extra credit points. Okay. All right, I will be sharing my screen. Did everybody get onto Kahoot? Yep, you ready? Get on.
My connection is really slow.
Your connection is slow. You guys and your capitalizations. Caleb, great job capitalizing the K, but I don't know what's going on, G. And then we got Hayden. Oh my goodness, look at those capitals in between. I often wondered why middle schoolers would capitalize random letters in the middle of their names. Am I missing somebody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alicia, let's go. Oh my gosh, so irritating. You know, one time I told this girl, like, girl, you gotta capitalize the I's when you use I's. She capitalized all the I's in her essay, all of them. Like even in the word like, she capitalized the I. Okay, let's get started. Well, at least nobody chose Shakespeare, like my last class. Okay, Oedipus Rex is the story before Antigone, right? So that's why that's not the answer. So it's Sophocles, okay? Okay, it should be the two brothers, Eteocles and Polynices, right? Killed each other at the same time, simultaneously, stabbing, okay? Ismene is actually the sister, okay? Confusion is not the name of the egg. The egg is called chaos. Mm? Just so you gotta organize these in order. Oh, right. So we start with the golden egg, Eros. Uranus, the sky. Gaia, the earth, right? Mother Earth. Okay. Tartarus, the sunless region. Anybody felt the earthquake?
No, but Anna did. He's sitting across from me.
Yeah, you did, Kylie Alani, you too? Oh. Having too much fun with cahoots. I didn't even feel it. Okay, not nymphs, you crazies. And thank you. All of my other classes chose hobbits. I'm like, that's the wrong story, guys. Wrong story. So we have the Cyclops, right? The one-eyed giants, and then Hectoncheires, which is the giants with the multiple hands and heads. Okay. Ooh, girl. Okay, so this came straight out of the slides, right? Uranus was really upset that his first set of kids were like monsters, and then the second set came out perfect. So he was kind of happy about that. Right? So Cronus helps Gaia, okay, overthrows his own dad. Oh my goodness, one person. You guys on campus, you guys okay? Okay. So, yes, Cronus definitely goes on a buffet, right? An eating contest of his children, gobbles them up. Okay, so obviously, Rail, right, was like, we need to figure out what to do with Cronus. He ate my babies, right? And so she feeds him a rock, a stone. Meanwhile, she sends Zeus as a baby to be raised by nymphs. Zeus grows up, comes back, and becomes Cronus's cupbearer, gives Cronus a potion. He barfs all his children back out, and now Zeus, with his siblings and six others, create the Olympians. Dun dun dun. Mm. Okay, very good. Who rules the underworld? Hayden, do you know? Alicia, who is it?
Hades. Come on, you gotta.
Ha-
If you don't watch
Hades.
if you watch Hercules, you would know.
Oh, yes. Okay, very good. It's a series of what? Sticks, rivers, what? Rivers. Ooh. Okay. So an obelisk, a gold coin. So if you've ever seen like these types of movies, like these Greek movies, yeah, they put the gold coins on the the dead person's eyes. Okay, it's kind of symbolic of this, like securing or paying for safe passage to the other side. Alrighty, so here we go. Ismene, Eteocles, and Polynices. Ooh, Caleb coming back. Okay. Somebody chose 3 parents. I don't know what's going on with these choices. I'm not sure. Okay, so Jocastus and Oedipus, right? So you should have watched the Ed Puzzle video that talks about Oedipus's prophecy. Ooh, Oedipus marries his who? Does anybody remember? It's part of the prophecy.
Mom.
Yes, his mama, right? So his mom becomes mom wife. Okay. What's the prophecy? You guys remember? What's the prophecy of Oedipus?
Turn blind, marry his mom and
Kill his.
dad.
Yeah, there you go. Right? Brutal. Brutal. Talk about luck of the draw, right? Hey, you're destined to marry your mom, kill your dad, and stab your own eyes out. Last one. Swimming in the rivers, no thank you. Sent to the Elysian fields, that's like kind of like their version of heaven. Yeah, a lesser, it's a nice place to live. End up like in the retirement home kind of deal. So what we have here is we have why is proper burial important? So to the Greeks, it was an insult to human dignity if you were not buried properly. And then also, if you weren't buried properly, then you were doomed to wander for all of eternity. Okay, so just that's a heads up on what's to come with Antigone. Okay. Ooh, who's gonna get extra credit points here? Gotta write it down. Hey Dan! Caleb G. Oh, nice. Very good. Okay, now we're gonna just stop that. Just stop it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. We're gonna stop sharing. You guys have your notebooks. Okay, we need your notebooks. We're gonna prepare our notes. Thank you guys for playing Cahoots. Appreciate it. So what we have here is you're gonna set up your notes for today. I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like. And so it's right here. This is Cornell notes in stick figures. Okay, so go ahead and write Antigone, lines 1 through 330. Okay, and then we're going to draw Antigone, right? Antigone's making muscles like this, okay? Then we have Ismene. Ismene is like freaking out. She's stressed. And then below that, we have Polynices and Eteocles. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and prepare your notes. Josh, you got your notebook, buddy? Okay, we got to be taking notes here. Come on. Okay, Caleb, you're good, yeah? Okay, and then Kahele Aulani, you're good. Yeah, you taking notes. How are your stick figures? Are they beautiful? Okay, make sure you guys identify who's who. Okay. So I don't know how far we're gonna get, but today what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Alicia, you are going to be Antigone today. Kahele Aulani, you're going to be Ismene. And then the chorus is going to be Hayden. Okay, so the chorus is actually like a group of people, right? They usually wear masks. They're not seen in the play. They're usually like underneath by the orchestra. Okay, and then we have also the choragus, which is like part of the chorus, but they are more like the elders of the chorus. So they are the ones who say, "I told you so," versus the entire chorus who gives like information to kind of make those connections, those historical connections. Okay, are we good with our stick figures? Can we move on? Yes? Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and get to Antigone. Okay, so you guys all have your PDFs up and running. Does anybody have an iPad that they have at home that they can use? No? If you do, then you can download this version onto your iPad. And if you have an Apple Pen, you can mark and annotate as you go along. If you don't have any of those things, it doesn't matter. You can still annotate in your notebooks as you go along. Okay, and that's what we're doing in our notebooks. Will I be asking for your notes randomly? Yes, I will. So make sure you take good notes. Okay, make sure you keep up. All right, are we ready? So we're gonna have Alicia, your Antigone. Okay. Alicia, you're Antigone. And then Kahele Aulani, you're going to be Ismene. I don't know how far we're gonna get. We have about 20 minutes, okay? And I'm not sure if we're gonna get that far anyway. But if that's the case, then Hayden's gonna be the chorus. Josh, you're gonna be the choragus. Creon is going to be Kala, King Creon, by the way. It's King Creon. Right. And then we'll have Caleb, you're going to be the sentry. So go ahead and write down sentry, S-E-N-T-R-Y. The sentry is going to pop up later on. And the sentry is a soldier, okay, or like a kiai. Okay, so you need to write that down. If not, you're gonna have to look it up yourself. Okay.
What am I again?
Who, Josh? Josh,
Yeah.
you are the choragus. So that's the elder. Yeah, those are the elders in the actual chorus. So it's one section of the chorus. And the choragus acts as the I told you so, the wise men. Not the wise guys, okay? The wise men. That's different. Way different. All right, are we ready? Can we read a little bit before we leave today? Okay, and then I'll stop and have you guys take notes so I can guide you. All right, so this is the scene. Before, control my mouse. Okay, before the palace of Creon, king of Thebes. A central double door and two lateral doors. A platform extends the length of the facade, and from this platform, 3 steps lead down to the orchestra or chorus ground. Time, dawn of the day after the repulse of the Argive army from the assault on Thebes. Antigone and Ismene enter from the central door of the palace. Go ahead.
Ismene, dear sister, you would think that we had already suffered enough for the curse on
Oedipus.
Oedipus. I cannot imagine any grief that you and I have not gone through. And now, have they told you of the new decree of our King Creon?
I have heard nothing. I know that 2 sisters lost 2 brothers, a double death in a single hour, and I know that the Argive army fled in the night, but beyond this, nothing.
I thought so, and that is why I wanted you to come out here with me. There is something we must do.
Why do you speak so strangely?
Listen, Ismene. Gotta be sassy. I know that's not natural for you, but try to be sassy.
What? No. Okay. Listen, Ismene. Creon buried our brother. How do you say that?
Eteocles.
What?
Eteocles.
Eteocles?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. With military honors, gave him a soldier's funeral, and it was right that he should. But
Polynices.
Polynices, they fought as bravely and died as miserably. They say that Creon has sworn no one shall bury him, no one mourns for him, but the body must lie in the field, a sweet treasure for carrion birds to find as they search for food. That is what they say, and our good Creon is coming here to announce it publicly. Well, and the penalty, stoning to death. The public squirrel.
It should say in the public squirrel.
In the public squirrel. There it is. And now you can prove what you are, a true sister or a traitor to your family.
Okay, thank you. She's calling out her sister. Basically, you're gonna go with me or you're a traitor. Okay, so and Antigone is basically trying to run Ismene over, basically. Okay, can you do me a favor and add King Creon to your notes on the left-hand side? Draw a stick figure with a crown on his head. Okay, so this is Creon's creed, right? Decree. His decree is that no one shall touch Polynices' body, right? Remember, both brothers are dead. This happened before the play began. Okay. If anyone decides to touch Polynices' body, they will be stoned to death, right? So everybody wrote that down. And then we have Antigone, right? So go ahead and find Antigone's stick figure and write down wants to bury his brother, her brother Polynices. So you can abbreviate Polynices into Poly, right? Okay, so how are we going to remember these brothers? It's really simple. So you know that those two stick figures putting up their dukes, right? One is P and one is E. P will stand for putting Polynices. That's the easiest way for my students to remember who's who. So go ahead and write down putting Polynices. Why? Because Polynices was exiled by his own brother. Why? Because of this reason. So Eteocles is actually the sitting ruler at this point. He exiles his brother because he gets power hungry. So the agreement was that he and his brother take turns ruling each year. Each year, one brother would rule and then the other one would sit out. And then the next year, they flip-flop. We all know that that's not going to work. How do we know that's not going to work? Because we can't even decide on who gets to sit in the front seat of the car, let alone who's going to rule Thebes, right? So we already know that's not going to work. Why? Because humans are imperfect, and when power comes into play, all kinds of things break loose, right? Okay. So we have that. Everybody clear? Does Ismene want to help Antigone bury her brother? Josh, what do you think? Does Ismene want to help Antigone bury their brother?
No.
No, why?
It looks like he's disagreeing in this line over here.
Okay. All right. Ismene, let's go ahead and continue. It looks like we're on line 25. Antigone, are you mad? You got to say it like that.
Antigone, you are mad. What can I possibly do?
You must decide whether you will help me or not.
Oh my gosh, you guys are acting like you're not acting. You must decide whether you will help me or not. You've seen Wonder Woman 1984. Come on.
I didn't see it yet. I really want to though.
Oh, it's not that good. It's kind of lame,
Wonder
actually.
Woman is amazing.
Okay. All right, Ismene, go for broke.
I do not understand you. Help you in what?
Ismene, I'm going to bury him. Will you come?
Bury him. You have just said the new law forbids it.
There's an exclamation. Bury him?
He is my brother, and he is your brother too.
But think of the danger. Think what Creon will do.
Creon is not enough to stand in my way.
Ah, sister, Oedipus died. Everyone hating him. Oh, for what his own search brought to light, his eyes ripped out by his own hand, and Jocasta died. His mother and wife at once. He twisted the cords that strangled her life, and our two brothers died, each killed by the other's sword. And we are left. But oh, Antigone, think how much more terrible than these our own deaths would be if we should go against Creon and do what he has forbidden. We are only women. We cannot fight with men. Antigone, the law is strong. We must give in to the law. We must bring it in worse. I beg the dead to forgive me, but I'm helpless. I must yield to those in authority, and I think it is dangerous business to be always meddling.
Okay, let's write that down. I think it is dangerous business to be always meddling. So find Ismini, right? She's stressed out. That little like stick figure is stressed out. Write that down, right? That's the characterization of Ismini. What do we know? She likes to follow the rules, right? Uncle King Creon said we're not supposed to touch the body. So Antigone, I can't do this with you. No, sister, right? And I think it is dangerous business to be always meddling, right? So that's also an indirect characterization of Antigone, where she doesn't, she's a rebel, right? So maybe you write the word down rebel next to Antigone. Okay, so you're adding to your notes. Josh, you adding to your notes, buddy? I gotta see you writing it down. I don't know, okay? Write it down, write it down, okay? What else do we have here? Okay, let's move on. Antigone, go ahead. Little more personality. She's bossy, okay? And then Esmini, you gotta fight back a little bit, even if you're the baby sister, okay? Come on.
If that is what you think, I should not want you, even if you ask to come. You have made your choice. You can be what you want to be. But I will bury him, and if I must die, I say that this crime is holy. I shall lie down with him in death, and I shall be as dear to him as he to me. It is the dead, not the living, who make the longest demands. We die forever. You may do as you like, since apparently the laws of the god mean nothing to you.
Ooh.
They mean a great deal to me, but I have no strength to break laws that were made for the public good.
That must be your excuse, I suppose. But as for me, I will bury the brother I love.
Antigone, I'm so afraid for you.
Oh my goodness, how would you say that if you were scared of your sister? Antigone, I'm so afraid of you. Or would you say, Antigone, I'm so afraid of you? Okay, moving on.
You need not be. You have yourself to consider, after all.
But no one must hear of this. You must tell no one. I'll keep it a secret, I promise.
Oh, tell it. Tell everyone. Think how they'll hate you when it all comes out if they learn that you knew about it all.
So fiery, fury.
What?
You should be cold with
What?
so fiery, fury.
Oh,
What?
so fiery.
Oh, so fiery. You should be cold with fear.
Alicia?
Perhaps, but I am doing only what I must.
But can you do it? I say that you cannot.
Very well. With my strength gives out. When my strength gives out, I shall do no more.
Impossible things should not be tried at all.
Okay, we're gonna stop right here. I need you guys to write down, start at line 77. Okay, so you have about 260 lines more to read. Handles, handles, handles. You see how fast this goes? Okay, I need you to keep track. Last piece of notes I want you to write is this: law of man versus law of God. Go ahead. Law of man versus the law of God. Which one is more important? Okay. All right. So before we leave, okay, I want to just make it clear that we have this assignment right here, okay? And so, modules, just real fast before we close out. Oh boy, where are you? We have this assignment called Gimme Gimme, okay? You're gonna find 3 things. One item that represents loyalty, one that represents family, and something that doesn't work as well as it should. Everybody clear? You gotta go around your house and find these items. You're gonna take a picture of it. So these are my 3 items right here, look. So the can opener, something that doesn't work as well as it should. We have this crushed red pepper that represents my family, and this represents loyalty, my school badge for teaching. Okay, you're gonna upload that, read the rest of your assigned reading, and then go back to this discussion board. Okay, and then you're going to say why each piece, why each item connects to the section in Antigone. Everybody clear on what you're doing for Gimme Gimme? That's your assignment, for your reading assignment. Everybody good? Okay. All right, you guys, Gimme Gimme, 3 items. Okay, 3 items. Questions before you leave? No? Okay, have a good day, you guys. Happy Monday. Josh, you good? Okay, bye.